Hi everyone, I'm Gail Howard from Top Margin, and today I'll be discussing writing your resume when you have little or no experience. You know, it is easy to get discouraged if you haven't had a job before and you're trying to figure out how on earth you're going to represent yourself. Well, it's not as hard as you think, and we'll be discussing that today. Join me now. The first thing you want to do is stay away from cliches. Employers, recruiters, on every resume they see things like excellent interpersonal communication skills, reliable, trustworthy, punctual. These are all things that are your opinion about you. In that case, you might as well say, I'm the most wonderful person in the whole wide world, because essentially it means nothing. What you want to do is prove how you have those skills, and the way you can do that is through example. The main thing is to work with what you have. People who are hiring young people either straight out of university or straight out of high school do not expect that you have experience such as multi-million-dollar acquisitions or mergers. They're simply looking for you to have enough initiative to be able to get started and do the job they ask you to do. Now, the way you can look at your experience, even if it seems minor, is to ask yourself, have you been involved in any fundraising activities? Have you tutored other students? Perhaps you did a Year 10 practical placement somewhere. When people ask for experience, there are a multitude of different experiences you can have. You can have life experiences, you can have academic experiences. Just sometimes getting through the day is an experience in itself. So take heart, there will be something, there will be a skill, a basic skill set that you can offer. Now, assuming you have no experience at all, you still do have an ace up your sleeve, and that is your education. Now, what I'd like you to do is think of some projects that you completed in your final year of your education, something that was problematic, challenging, that you had to work through a number of problem-solving exercises to come up with a result, and hopefully a good result at that. I want to know something that was challenging. Perhaps there was a teammate who wasn't pulling their weight, or it could be any number of things. How you might have been able to step up, take charge, reallocate the work to somebody else. It might have been that there was a lot of information that was hard to get. Maybe it was company confidential. Anything like that, that you had to work through a number of problems to get a result. And finally, what was the result? In the next slide, I'll give you an indication of how you can put that together. And this is the way it turned out. This is something that you may have considered insignificant. Look at the way it could turn out on your resume. I'll just read it here. Key contributor to a team of 5 researching the local cafe market and assessing how major players dominated with products, services and brand names. So that indicates your level of knowledge, what you know, and it's about marketing, obviously. Team members competing time demands prompted a resolution to produce each component 2 weeks prior to deadline. So obviously there's a challenge there to getting this work done. Personally developed the SWOT analysis on 4 major cafes. So you completed it, and you completed it two weeks ahead of schedule. And finally, the result was 87%, one of the highest across the entire marketing class. See how that information there can provide someone with a compelling argument for your services. And it's not work experience, but it is something that you know. So think about about it creatively. What do you have in your area of education and experience that you can lend itself to the type of position that you're going for? I'm sure you'll be able to think up at least half a dozen examples of different projects you did over the last year or so of your education that can really help zero in on the type of job you want now.